Hello, Mage players, fans, guys. Kumusta kayong lahat? This is again, nagbabalik para sa panibagong video. And this topic is all about runes. So, a lot of people asking, and there's a lot of misconception, wrong idea about how the rune altars works. So, I'm gonna go ahead and do some summon here. Now, here, before I do some summon, I'm actually in tier 7 well. I'm gonna use that, and the requirement to be able to get to the tier 8 is 7,000 normal type runes, and mutant type is 2,000 or 5,000. So as you can see, it's a bit imbalanced. The mutant type runes that I've collected is almost on par with normal runes, so it's not doing good, guys. So it should be normal should be ahead of 5,000. All right. Now before that, let's talk about some most of the topic that's being being asked for me. Let's go ahead and summon this first. So of course I'm gonna buy normal runes here to keep up with that. Let's see, it's expensive, 330 diamonds there. So, okay, we'll summon that, and usually this is what I do, and then yellow. So, it would stop when the higher rating runes than the current that what I obtained so far, and then if it's yellow, all right, you can make that purple. But I don't really need purple runes. I would need purple as long as it's actually higher, okay? But let's do this. Alright, so understanding about your altar here. So you have your reiki, you have your flame, you have your Zemi, and you have the base. So let's talk about the importance of this. A lot of people are asking, hey, how you get this? How you get that? Alright, so see, this runes right here, I wasn't able to unlock. And I've unlocked this, and a lot of people are asking, how did you unlock it? So, let's talk about reiki first. So, there's going to be 4 topics for this video. Our reiki, our flame, our Zemi, base, and in addition, the stone that we're going to be using. So, how this is going to be relevant to the stone, right? So let's read the reiki. There's a lot of people, by the way, were saying, what they call this? Let's go to these, I guess, insight. So you're gonna have a lot of insights for you to get, let's say, sprites, I believe. Insight, reduce the chance of summoning broken runes. That's not actually how you can get sprite. Sprite is really just a lucky stone, and it really depends. But there's one tip that I could, of course, tell you, and how to get sprite really easy. All right. So if you want to know that secret, put down a comment below. Or you can also PM me on my IGN, but you have to put some comment in there, then PM me on my like IGN slide, because this is I feel like this is not something that I can just share, but of course I'm providing value, so you need to provide back the value by hitting like, and of course putting some comment. All right, so start doing that, and I'll tell you where to go to get the sprite pretty easy. All right, the summon sprite. Now let's go to the reiki, right? So reiki here, it says efficient, 296 going to 298. So what says in there is efficient, increase stone's extra stats. Stone meaning to say the stone that you are using, right? So guys, para sa mga hindi nakakaintindi, i-PM nyo lang ako. So stones that you are actually using, say for example, you buy a stone here, and this stone actually a firestone, right? Can replace default stone to increase the probability of summoning fire runes. So let's say for example, on your stats here, let's close that. Let's claim this. So it's easy, right? This is special 5-star. So um, let's say for example, let's say stats here. So let's say fire, right? Fire. 28% is actually the default. This is showing 28% mainly because I have an enchant, right? I have it here. Okay, somewhere along here. Fire, okay? So I have fire 13 and 14%. So say for example the reiki, right? Reiki, since it increased stones, extra stats. For every fire rune, let's say it gives you 50%. Let's say that's 100, but it's just an example. Usually this gives you like 50%, around 60, something like that. And you have your reiki, which is gonna multiply it to 296%. So let me get some calculator here. So the 250, let's say 296%. Let's say the firestone will give you an additional of 50%. Then since you have the reiki, that 50% will be multiplied by 296. So say for example, let's stop this, right? Stop this. Scroll that. And water rune. Let's say, let's select fire. Right, because I have it here. Or water. Let's say if we don't have water. Okay, 0. Okay, water is 0. So let's use water, I guess. Water now. As you can see again, let me show you. Water is 0%, right? Now I'm gonna be using stone here. Since it increases the stats of the stone to 296%. Alright. Now let's see how much it would increase. So water now is 99%. Alright, so 99%. I'm not sure what's the default. I guess 0 or let's see, 99 divided by 50%. Okay, 198. So probably this water right here, 99% or 99 divided by 25%. Okay, so I'm not sure. I may need to look onto like an account that doesn't really have, let's say that doesn't really have, or just like a level 1 account, right? A level 1 account. So, but again, just to let you know, if you want to increase the stone, let's say you're hunting for this, right? So guys, so you better understand this. If you're hunting for this, it's a fire, right? And it has the, I guess, it takes intense fire energy to summon it. So you really need to level up the fire stats, stone stats, right? Or the chance for you to get fire by looking at the stats. Probability of appearing extremely low. So for you to compensate that, you need to use fire runes, and your reiki should be high enough, right? So that it would multiply. Right now I'm in 296, so it would multiply the stats of runes, whatever this rune is giving you. All right. For the next video, I may need to, calculate that and check what is the default of how many percentage stats it give you without, let's say, if reiki is actually 0. Okay, so if reiki is, let's say, this is level 0, right? How many percentage does this firestone would give you? But basically, in a nutshell, what it is, the reiki here, it increases stone's extra stats just for the stone. Okay, and then it improves the stability of reiki and reduces the chance of it breaking. Okay, so stone breaking, that's basically the insight. Right, here, reduce the chance of summoning broken runes. Right, so that's the thing. But then again, it could help. Somehow it could help because you will get a lower chance of your let's say rune being broken, right? If you have a high reiki and a higher and it increases the stone stats. So that's why reiki is so important. Now let's go to flame. So what is actually flame? Flame is just basically reduce the failure of the failure rate of rune summons. So if it says something like failure due to lack of focus, that's basically because of your flame is not high enough, or yeah, it's 166%, right? Focus, you can also see that, I believe here, focus is 165%, right? So let's go to the third one. All right, the third one. So increase the ratings of rune summon. So do not be confused on this. All right, increase stone's extra stats. So that's pertaining to the stone that you're gonna be using to increase your chance of getting the runes. And for the Zemi, all right, that's basically increase the rune ratings of the rune summon. So as you can see, sometimes you would see it here. See, the highest rating is, let's say, 13,000. Again, the higher the rating is, the higher the stats it will give you. Say, for example, let me give you an example here. Since this is the rating of this is 13,077. Now, if it becomes 14,000, of course, the attack instead of 8,761, it may come up to 9,000 because it has high rating. So the higher the rating, the higher the stats it gives you, right? So basically, Zemi is also one of the important. That's why if you try to upgrade Zemi, it costs a lot, because basically this is one of the important. And let me give you a tip on this. Let me give you a tip. So if this, let's say for example, you're on the tier 7 or tier 6, and it might quite took a while for you to get to the tier 7, and then you're struggling for your resistance or your special stats, like your crit is really low, maybe it's time for you to upgrade a little bit of this. This is actually, I'm going to make this 130, and this is going to be 100, right? Because it basically gives you a higher rating and meaning a higher rune stats, right? So that's how you can increase again your what do you call this? Let's use that firestone. That's Zemi would actually increase your stone stats and stone ratings, right? So if it increases the ratings, of course it's going to increase the stats. Now let's go to the base. Base is just basically basic, right? Increase rune coins earned from selling runes. Say for example, this is also useful because you wanna, if you're really after in making this upgrade really fast, then you might wanna consider upgrading this. And this is pretty cheap, right, compared to this 3 and the flame 2, right? It's only 110, right? Imagine it only costs you 110. So this is basically higher level compared to this, but Reiki is 220. How much more is this? Like just level 80. Because basically this is the one of the most important, right? But since it's expensive, you might wanna do this. And if you're probably going to on level, probably tier 8, then slowly upgrading this, or tier 7, slowly upgrading this, so it would give you a boost. Like here, it would increase this resistance and this, because of your runes. And let us claim this. So that's basically it. Now, what I could advise you on this, you don't have to do it really right now, but if you want to go ahead and you want to be ahead of the competition, then you might want to upgrade this if you really have a lot of resources to do so. Okay, you're a whale, you have money to buy those. But I would recommend is this, and this. Right? For when you start, let's say this too is really important if you are still unlocking the runes here. And once you say, for example, you were able to unlock all of this, then you might want to increase your Zemi. If you're in tier 7 and you think it's gonna take quite some time to get to the tier 8, and then you've let's say you've unlocked all of the stone here, then the next step is basically increasing the stats of that stone, okay, by increasing your Zemi. So you're gonna do that, increasing your Zemi. Once you increase your Zemi, then you would notice that it would say like, hey, something right here, it would pop up like new rating, right? New rune rating. Basically, this Zemi just kicked in. Alright, so that's it for now, guys. I hope you've learned something on this. Again, I don't want to come across someone who's gonna tell me that, hey, I was sold that by increasing insight, it gives you a higher chance to get sprite. No, that's not true. And I have all the sprites here. I even have I even summoned 10 of them already. Sometimes it's just a matter of 50 lucky stone. I was able to summon one. Sometimes even less, but sometimes it's even more. And again, I can tell you the secret, it's a tip, but I don't want to, of course, tell you something that's, this is a high value kind of tip, so it needs to have a return of value too. Alright, but if you like the video and comment and PM me on my IG, and I'm going to tell you, or on the comment itself, I'm going to tell you in the comment, and we'll just delete it after you read it, and how you can easily summon spark. It's not like 100%, but it's a higher chance. Alright, again, see you on my next video for runes, and the next video I'm going to do is actually for island looting, how you can get 6k cards and 400 to 600 diamonds daily, and that is just on looting, right? Island looting. I'll tell you that 6,000 to 7,000 cards daily. All right, so be prepared for my next video, and this is Sly once again. Peace out.